Hi guys, it's Roz, and today I'm going to be making a triple chocolate and vanilla cheesecake. This is the dish that I'm going to be taking to my in-laws for Thanksgiving this year. Now, the ingredients that you will need are Oreo cookies, vanilla flavoring or abstract, butter, heavy whipping cream, Baker's semi-sweet chocolate, 4 bars of cream cheese, all-purpose flour, can of Eagle brand milk, and you will need a spring-form pan. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crush the Oreos in the blender to make the crust for the cheesecake. It says about 18 cookies according to the directions, but I'll probably put in 20 to 21 because in my experience, I always have a hard time getting all of the cookie crumbs to fill the entire bottom of the cake, and there's usually like holes. So I'm going to put a little bit more, a couple more cookies in than the instructions call for. Okay, and I didn't mention earlier, but you do need 4 large eggs, okay? I've taken 21 Oreos and I blended them in my Ninja. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a small, this is my medium, but you need a mixing bowl. You're going to need 2. You need a big one for the filling, but for the crust you need a small mixing bowl. And I'm going to dump my Oreos in there. Yummy. A little bit more. And then you take the 3/4 cup of butter, melt it, and then you pour it on. You want to mix the crust so that all of the cookies get wet because you got to press this down into the bottom of your springform pan. That's what it looks like. So just want to mix them all in. Get that butter on all these crumbs. Then, a couple more drops in there. I like to get it all. And you take that mixture, get your springform pan, some flour got in there, not a big deal. And then press it. Press it into the bottom, like that, to make a crust. And then make sure it's end to end, all the way around, to fill the bottom. Nice and firm, so that it sticks together. Okay. There's my crust. And I've washed my hands so I don't get cookies all over everything. We're going to move the camera, though, to another area so you can see the next step in the process. I think that right here will be a good place. There we go.
Why don't we mix it together, like without the mixer?
Because the instructions call for the mixer.
Or we can
Okay,
add it.
so I got my large bowl.
May and can you do a mixer with me then?
Okay, so I have 4 cream cheese. Lexi, can you bring the Eagle brand milk over here? And the 4 eggs.
I don't know what that's.
That little can of milk. There you go, you got your hand on it. Now you're supposed to beat these, and I use an electric mixer, until it's fluffy. I kind of just separate it all because it doesn't start to get really smooth, at least in my experience, until after you pour the Eagle brand milk on it.
I want to try this.
And the eggs.
Can I try this? Yeah. I got one.
Okay, lock it in. Oh, it gets hard sometimes to open it. If it gets too hard, then I just go from the other side or just squeeze it in. Oh, you got it. Good. I didn't get it yet, though. Mine is super hard.
Ooh, can I try this?
Side is just good. Hard. I am losing to the cream cheese. There we go. And it still tore. It didn't even tear down the middle like it was supposed to.
Should we just have the expert do it? And that is
Alright.
me.
I'm sick of fighting with you, cream cheese.
I'm so tired.
There's always one. Alright. Okay, so now we've got the 4 cream cheeses in. I use the lowest setting to do this because it tends to throw stuff all over, but I just want to break it up a little bit before I put my milk on. So be careful. It gets stuck inside the mixer, but it'll come out when I put the eggs and the other stuff in. Alright, that's soft enough. Open your Eagle brand milk.
Did I pour it in?
Sure.
Yes. Ooh, it looks good.
It is good. Pour that in.
Just pour it in.
Yeah. Make sure all of it goes in.
I need a spoon to get it.
Oh, it's okay. Just flip it over.
Is that good?
Sure. Sit to the side and I'll put the eggshells in there. Or I'll put them over here. Okay, and then I want to mix it a little bit first and then I'll put the eggs in. You know, I do remember having a knife to poke that through. Give me a butter knife. I'm using a knife to push the cream cheese that got stuck in the glaze out. And this happens when you use this, actually any of the mixing pieces that you put on the attachments. The cream cheese always gets stuck in there when you mix it by itself. At least it does for me. So. But you knock it out and you keep moving. All right. Now it's gone nice and smooth because we have the milk in there now. And I have it on the low setting because it will throw this stuff all over the place if you put it on too high and go down. See how creamy it looks? Starting over. You can break some eggs and drop them in there if you want. Now you're going to break the eggs. Not done yet. Alright, so I put the Eagle brand milk and the 4 eggs in, and now I'm going to put some flour in. Okay, now we're going to put a 1/3 cup of flour and a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring into the mixture.
Oh, can I put that stuff in? Stuff it in. Stuff it in.
1/3 cup. Hold on, it has to go in as I'm mixing it. So. Okay. 1 tablespoon of the vanilla flavoring. Here, go ahead and put it in. Okay. Mix. Okay. I have to do a little bit at a time.
Good. Yes.
Okay, now you want to take your batter and you want to put half of it in a separate bowl. And then you want to take 2 squares of the Baker's semi-sweet chocolate and you want to melt it. And after you melt it, you pour the chocolate into 1/2 of the batter and then you mix it. So I'm going to go and melt the chocolate and then I'll be back.
Yes.
Okay, now you want to take your batter and you want to put half of it in a separate bowl. And then you want to take 2 squares of the Baker's semi-sweet chocolate and you want to melt it. And after you melt it, you pour the chocolate into 1/2 of the batter and then you mix it. So I'm going to go and melt. Okay, so I have halved my batter. I have another bowl with half of it and I'm going to put the melted chocolate into the bowl. Only on 1/2. And then you mix that. So move this over so you can see. All right. Next thing to do is to get your crust that you made earlier and you want to pour the chocolate batter on first. And after you pour the chocolate batter, then you pour the vanilla batter on top. So, we're going to go back to the table. There's my crust that I made earlier. All right, so I'm going to pour the chocolate batter on first. And then you want to make sure that you spread it evenly so that your cake isn't lopsided or you don't have highs and lows of vanilla and chocolate cheesecake. It's in there. Now I'm going to spread it around so that it's even.
Can I taste the batter?
Nope.
Okay.
It's got eggs in it, so you don't want to eat raw batter with raw eggs in it.
Why?
Because you could get sick. See? Tells you how to make a cheesecake and give some fun, fast facts. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to rinse this real quick and then we'll pour the vanilla. And now I am going to pour chocolate. The vanilla on top of the chocolate.
Isn't this a triple chocolate cheesecake?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you making it for Grandma's house?
Did you say the one that I'm making for Grandma's house, or why didn't I make it for Grandma's house?
I said that's what you're making for Grandma.
Oh, yes, it is. It's the one that's going to Grandma Coffee's. Now you gotta carefully spread the vanilla over the top of the chocolate.
What's going on top? Or is it a surprise?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay. Is the heavy whipping cream for the top too?
That's for what's going on top, yes.
I wonder what it is. Is it cookies?
No, but sometimes I put cookies on top. I'll crunch up some more. All right, make sure that's even as you can get it. Now your oven should have been preheated to 350. Set that aside.
La la loo.
The last piece to this puzzle is to make your glaze. To make your glaze, you're going to take your heavy whipping cream, pour a 1/3 cup into a saucepan on low heat, and then put the 2 squares of the baker's semi-sweet chocolate in it and let it melt. And when your cheesecake is done, you just pour that glaze on top. I like to crunch up some more Oreo cookies and then pour the Oreo cookies on top too, to just have more cookies in it. Another thing that I like to do is to have a can of whipped cream on hand so that I can squirt it on my cheesecake when I'm done. So I just checked on the cake and it's looking good. Let's take a look at it. Ta-da!
That looks really good.
Yeah, so we're going to take it out of the oven because it's ready now.
It is.
Okay, so this is the glaze. And you just want to stir it and keep mixing it until it thickens. And then once it thickens, then we'll take it out and we will pour it over our cake. And then I'll show you what the finished product
nice and fluffy. She's mixing
looks like. Show you what the finished product looks like.
It looks nice and fluffy and vanilla-y.
See, it's getting darker, more chocolatey.
Chocolate.
You gotta keep stirring it though, because you don't want it to burn. And I have it on low heat. And again, this is a 1/3 cup of heavy cream and 2 bars of the baker's chocolate. And this is to make the glaze that goes over the top of the cheesecake.
It looks like a pie.
Got it starting to
The edges is kind of like a pie, but it still looks like a cake.
Mm-hmm. That is getting chocolatey.
Yeah, even chocolate. Here's all that chocolate. Bubbly. How bubbly.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I think this glaze is just about ready.
And then she's going to lay it on the top. For Thanksgiving at Grandma's house. I think that's enough. It does. It's nice and chocolatey, nice and dark. Mix and mix.
And I'm going to pour this over the top of the cheesecake. But I'll move the cheesecake so you guys can see. Alright. So this is what our cheesecake looks like. And I'm going to just take the glaze and pour it over the top of it. There it is. And then I'll open the spring and let you see what it looks like. Hold this.
Can I lick it?
Nope. Because I need to spread this on. Here's our glaze.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Spread it around. Again, you can take, there's scrape some out. You can take Oreos, crunch them up, and pour it over the top of this.
can barely see the inside of this.
Alright, that's good. Alright, now let me spread this around. Very nice glaze that we just made.
This cheesecake's going to be delicious. On Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow. Grandma's going to be so happy.
There we go.
Grandma, you and Grandma are like my favorite chefs.
Now I will crunch up
Mom.
some Oreos, put it on top, and then I'll open this up so you guys can see. Alright, so I crunched up 2. You can crunch up more if you like. I just grabbed the number and crunched it up. Just drop it. You can make the chunks smaller if you want.
And it doesn't have to be all over the cake. It doesn't have to be perfectly on over the top. Just add a little tiny, and it'll be okay.
Well, there you have it.
Your
Triple chocolate
own
and vanilla cheesecake. And spread it around a little bit. Okay, let's take the spring off so you guys can see what it looks like. Here it goes. Now when you slice into it, it's going to show the white and brown layer, chocolate layers on the bottom, vanilla's on top, and it is delicious.
It will be.
Okay.
Put into it and be very delicious. Don't forget to
So,
share with your family.
that is how you make the triple chocolate and vanilla cheesecake. So, thanks for watching, and as always,
be my friend.
Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know what you think of the recipe. Till next video. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy your holiday, guys.